Hello guys and welcome back to my channel. Today I am going to be doing the 12 days of drawing prompt challenge. This is a two-part video and the first part will be linked in the description. I am going to be doing 3 sketchbook spreads today and all the rest of my drawings will be on Instagram if you want to check them out, and that will also be linked in the description. So let's get into the video. So the first prompt I will be doing today is gingerbread. Now, last year I did watch Drawing with Waffles video on making a princess based off a gingerbread kind of theme, and I really like that. And for most of this I have just been making characters based off the prompts, so that's what I thought I'd do. But I didn't really feel gingerbread as a princess, so instead of that I kind of felt like I wanted her to be a baker of some sort, and that was what I was kind of thinking of. I did start off by attempting to draw some gingerbread. I realised that wasn't going to work and it's just really not my thing, so I moved on. It's one of my favourite things about gingerbread, except for the taste, it's amazing. But the designs are like really complicated designs you see on some of them. Not generally the people, like gingerbread men, and they are normally very simple, but I really like the complicated designs and like the stars and the cookies and stuff, so I wanted to put that into design as well. Also, I forgot to film quite a large chunk there clearly because we've just jumped on to I've done 2 and they're all coloured in, and this is the kind of design that I really liked. I didn't end up doing a final illustration for this, I just had fun on my sketchbook. This is what I like to do. I find that art is just really relaxing, just sketching, and I don't really want to make final drawings all the time because I find that kind of scary. Not really scary, I don't think scary is the right word, but I'm kind of a bit nervous that I'm going to mess up or something, so I prefer to just have fun in my sketchbook because it doesn't matter if I mess up there, except for the fact like literally anyone can watch this. And there's my camera just moving. But yeah. With this, I did mess up around the face a lot because I was really focusing on trying to make sure that the character actually looked like it was kind of inspired by gingerbread, so I ended up having a lot of just kind of brushing past the face so it didn't look the best. Also, the poses for this is kind of boring and very stiff because I wasn't using reference photo, and I really should try and use reference photos more often because it definitely does help. I put in some of the more intricate designs of the Posca pen, and I decided to put some dots on her top and buttons, and I was mostly finished, except for the little couple of details I put in after. And I felt the page was very empty, so I decided to go in with a couple of little stars or snowflakes. This next one is, the prompt was excited, and I felt like a lot of the characters that I draw are generally like teenagers or like adults. I don't tend to draw young children or babies very often, and I feel like babies and young children get excited really quickly. So I went on Pinterest and I looked up excited to see what came up, and I saw a lot of children because children get excited very easily, and I thought it'd be quite fun to try that. So this is quite fun, and I'm like almost finished, and I'm actually quite happy with it. I don't like how flat it looks. It looks like she's kind of standing up, but like obviously the skirt is supposed to be sitting down. But I tried, and yeah, I decided to splatter blue paint everywhere to fill in the space. And I put the date and the prompt at the top. I've tried to write the prompt in most of these, but I've forgotten a couple. The next one is, the prompt was night, and it kind of made me think of like someone maybe going out, kind of like maybe like partying or something. And you know, at night time it's quite cold, normally very dark. So I decided to draw one of those really puffy jackets. They're all furry and like so cozy. Kind of really want one. And also like put her like kind of wearing it, trying to look nice because she's obviously going partying. So that was my idea. I did actually have a reference for this, but it doesn't really show because she looks very stiff and very flat. The thing is, with prompts, I find it fun, but like I feel like some of the art that comes out of it isn't always the best, because I'm like trying to get across the point and it doesn't really translate that well when I'm actually doing it. I did, with these prompts, I didn't like really stick to one medium. I did end up doing pens for like about half of them and watercolour for another half of them. This is a really boring clip of me probably like messing around with the paint and a really messy palette. I have a habit of not cleaning my palette, which I probably should do more often, but I'm quite lazy, and because it's watercolour I can really reactivate, and I feel like I'm wasting the colour if I clean it, because like I might need that colour again, but I never actually end up needing the colour again and have to wash it off just before I'm doing the art, which is not great. For this, for the coat I went in with just one flat colour, just to try and get the colour all over the thing, and I decided to go in with shading later, which turned out incredibly streaky. I tend to use like pan watercolours a lot, but I also do use like watercolour from the tube sometimes. It just depends what kind of mood I'm in. And yeah, I use a size brush 5 to colour most things in. For the colour scheme of this, I wanted it, because it's kind of like a winter thing, so I wanted her to be wearing like warm looking colours, like maybe oranges, browns, and then like have the sky as a like blue, because like orange and blue are opposites in the body, so it would make a nice contrasting colour scheme, which I try to do, but I'm not the best at. This is purely boring clips. I really should have sped it up more. The thing is, so a lot of my pieces, I know they don't look like they take that much time. They often look really messy, but I get distracted very easily, and I don't like them. And I kind of find it boring just sitting doing the same thing for long periods of time. So a lot of the footage will be like 2 hours long, but I wouldn't have been actually doing much those 2 hours. I'd have like taken ages to sketch it out and then like, contemplated my idea for ages, and it's just not the most interesting. Like I really wish that I had the kind of work ethic, sort of like Mariah or something, but I don't, and I get really bored and sit there for too long, so yeah. So I guess a lot of people kind of wonder, like I often have like a piece of tissue paper and like dab it against that. Normally when I make a mistake and I don't like it anymore, so I try to remove the colour. It obviously doesn't remove all of it, but it removes like most of it, because it removes like most of the colour from the top, and then you can just cover it up with like a dark colour, because it's just slightly stained instead of the entire colour. You have to have something really opaque to cover that. This is where I try to put in the shading with the same one as I use for her hair, and try to go in with it. I find it really hard to do those like the eyes without going out out of the lines when I'm doing, but after I've put in the skin colour, because it often bleeds, and that's always really annoying because then I have to like dab it with a tissue. That was one of the thing I do wrong the most in art, is I don't wait for the paint to dry and then it bleeds. I'm really impatient, so like I can never wait for acrylic to dry, and like watercolor is supposed to be really quick drying and everything, but like I still find it takes too long. Also, I wanted to give her blush because it's like cold and everything, but I felt like the blush was over the top the first time, so I removed that and then just toned it down a bit and then added it. Then I added a moon that I don't think was in my original plan, and I decided to go in with the sky. Now with the sky, you should probably go in with a bigger paintbrush, maybe like a 8 or a 10, but I couldn't be bothered to go over to like reach over to my desk, which is where my paintbrushes were, and get a bigger one out. So I just went in with a 5. It looks very streaky, but at least I didn't like really go over the lines too much. But it does look pretty pathetic. And then